I know Dr. Sullivan for how tenacious he is. He gets a hold of an idea and he will not give up until he is able to bring people from the right, the left, the center, inside the medical field, outside the medical field, together.
He cares deeply and he shows it. He cares about people, and his commitment to excellence impacts all of those who work with him and around him.
When you look at the mark he made on the health community, starting from when he was a physician in Boston, through his service in founding the Morehouse School of Medicine, and then through his service as our Secretary of Health and Human Services under President Bush, and then beyond that, in terms of the work he did in Africa, the work he did on HIV and AIDS, the work he's done in every aspect of health. I mean, there's probably nobody in this country that has had such a great impact on health as Lou Sullivan.
Who would have imagined 50 years ago that we would have another medical school founded in the latter part of the 20th century? Nobody. People actually thought that work was done. And here he comes. Dr. Sullivan comes forward and says, no, the work isn't done. There's a gaping hole in the service to others in the medical field, and we are going to fill it right here in Georgia.
I am on the board of trustees for the Morehouse School of Medicine. Many of those students were the first in their families to go to college, much less graduate from medical school. And so for all of the students who are personally able now to become doctors, become physicians, those patients and people that they will touch, which are many, many, I think will be his legacy.
But I think in the final analysis, he will go down in history as really being committed to equity in medicine and medical education. I think he's been a real leader, without question. And I think the world needs that kind of leadership.
At the end of the day, when you look at great Georgians, and he is a great Georgian, who have really impacted not just what goes on in Georgia, but what goes on across the United States and across the world, he is one of a handful of people who have truly had a global impact in an area that is so critical to all of us, which is really our health and well-being.
I think that we in Georgia are really privileged to have Dr. Sullivan as a resident and someone who has, again, given so much not just to this country, but particularly to our state. And we are benefited by him being here. We're benefited by the work that he's done for us, and we're very fortunate to be able to honor him today.
We love you, Dr. Sullivan. Thank you.